Chrissy Swan Show.
It's Friday Fun Day.
Yeah, it is.
Come up to my window. I'm serving soft serves.
What are you doing with your arms there?
That's just a jolly ice cream man move. What is your order when you stand there and say, "Oh, I'll have this, please," at a soft serve van?
See, I'm pretty boring. If it's just a standard soft serve, it's vanilla. I just love vanilla.
Yes.
But if it's a little bit fancy, I'll go a mango gelati.
Oh, look at you go! I love a sprinkle.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I ask for sprinkles.
Oh, I've never done that.
Oh, you must.
I love fairy bread and I love sprinkles. But never
Fairy
on ice
bread's the
cream.
best.
The best.
But you've got to be careful when you try and sprinkle at home and you've got your cone and you're sprinkling it on the plate.
Yeah.
The ice cream can fall off and you've got to stick it in with your hands.
Oh.
Never happens at a van, or if it does, it happens where I can't see it and I'll eat it anyway.
Hey, can you still get that stuff I loved when I was a kid that, like, you put on and it goes rock hard?
Ice Magic.
Ice Magic!
Yes, you can.
I'd forgotten about Ice Magic.
It is utterly inedible.
Still magic?
No, it is
Oh.
disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. Apologies to anybody that maybe spends money with this radio station, but my kids got it and it tastes like burnt plastic. I mean,
Damn.
that did not stop us from eating the entire bottle because it goes rock hard.
It's the best.
Rock hard. All right, I have introduced you in the past to the word Swiftocrat.
Yeah.
Get ready to find out the meaning of Swiftnesia.
I've been seeing this on headlines this week,
Yeah.
but I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm going to do a deep dive
Okay,
into that
great.
next.
The Chrissy Swan Show. Chrissy's Clickbait.
As promised, I'm going to get to a definition of Swiftnesia soon. But I just want to tell you, it's okay to put your dog in a jacket.
Okay. What a change of pace that was.
If your dog has a little wardrobe that's really cute, like my Murphy does, he's got a little grey raincoat, but my favourite is the sheepskin-covered denim jacket.
Wow, you're really committed to these fits.
When he puts them on, I call him only Fonzie. I go, "Hey, Fonz," and he looks at me like, "What are you? Why are you
What?
calling me Fonzie? My name's Murphy." And then when he walks in the room, I go, "Hey, Mrs. C," which is what the Fonz used to call Mrs. Cunningham on Happy Days.
Right.
It's very fun. And I saw a headline that says, does your dog really need to wear a jacket? And frankly, I feel personally attacked. Because yes, he does need to wear
But
a
does
jacket.
he?
Yes.
You know me, I'm not a dog dude, but like, for the dog, they can't speak back to you and tell you if they're not enjoying the jacket or if they're too hot or too warm.
But they look cold.
But they know.
They
I
look
feel it.
cold. And also, he's a cavoodle. They do not occur in the wild anywhere. They are a man-made invention with a Cavalier King Charles and a poodle.
I get that. So they probably do need the extra little.
He absolutely does. He
Assistance.
shivers. He shivers unless he's got his coat on, but I always make him take it off if he comes inside. I go, "On the hook, Murphy."
And does he take it off himself and do it himself?
Yes, yes, he does. Now, before you forget what I was talking about,
Oh, I remembered.
Swiftnesia. So there is this weird phenomenon that I hope we get to experience when she announces that she's coming to our fair shores in March.
Never is.
It's called Swiftnesia. People are doing the whole concert over 3 hours, 42 songs, and they can't remember any of it. One girl confessed to not remembering even being at the concert until her other friend showed her footage of her in the concert enjoying herself, just Lavender Haze or whatever.
Was she blind?
No, these people are all compos mentis. And there is an associate professor of psychology at the State University of New York that has offered an explanation for this Swiftnesia.
And what is that?
They say that this sort of thing can happen any time you're faced with a situation that it highly charges your emotions.
Right.
So when you've got so many feelings, I mean, you're dead inside, so you wouldn't know what this is like. But it happens to me all the time because I'm so enthusiastic.
That your brain just can't remember that moment in time.
Yes, and do you know what? I think that I read that and I thought that explains my time on the circle, that I don't remember anything. I thought it was just because I was tired and breastfeeding and torn from a-hole to breakfast with children, but no.
It's because you.
I think it was because I was just having so much fun with superstars like Gina Davis and Lily Tomlin and everyone.
Well, maybe that explains my Sunday mornings from midnight till 6 a.m. every Sunday morning. I can never remember what I've done, where I've been and what clubs I've...
Oh, I remember what you've done. You can call me next time.
Okay.
I can explain that phenomenon to you.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Who doesn't love paying less for their favourite beauty brands? Love paying less for glowing skin or love paying less for feeling better? Find great prices on everything you love only at Priceline Pharmacy.
Shop in store or online at priceline.com.au.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Thrilled to welcome my friend, radio, TV, architecture legend, Tim Rosso. Ross, welcome, my friend.
It is so good to see you. You look beautiful.
Oh, you're very kind. Can I tell you the highlight of my, I want to say fortnight. I don't know how often the email comes out, but you write the most beautiful stuff, prose, memories. It's right up my alley, nostalgic, beautifully written. And I get an email from you and I think, oh, Rosso sent me an email.
Oh, and it's for everyone.
And it's for everyone.
Yeah.
When I
So sad.
reply to that email, do you get it or is it just to a bot? Because I reply
No,
to it
I
and I go,
reply
oh,
to
I love
everything.
this. I love this, Rosso.
Did I not reply back to you?
I don't think so.
Oh, I'll do that. Yeah, I do reply.
Oh,
most of
okay,
the time,
great.
yeah.
So it does go to you. It's not just like,
Yeah, no bots. I heard an AI version of my voice.
what?
I should get it. Do you want to get me going on your phone? Hang on, do you want me to get it?
I would love to hear that. Yeah, yeah.
So I'm doing this project with some students and they're
Yeah.
making some films based on one of my live shows. And this dude...
G'day, my name's Tim Ross and I'm here to take you to World Expo 88. Let's go back to the past.
All right, so just hear
What?
it from
That's not you.
No,
G'day, my name's Tim Ross and I'm here to take you to World Expo 88. Let's go back to the past.
so it sort of sounds like me, but it's not, right?
Can I tell you the O sounds are wrong?
That's the
Yeah.
only thing
but
that gives it
apart
up.
from
Yeah.
that,
So I was in this Zoom meeting with these students at RMIT, and this dude gets up and he's like 19, and he presents this thing, and I said, mate, that impersonation of you that you've done that is amazing. And he goes, no, it's AI.
how does that even work,
He
Rosso?
just grabbed some shit off me of the internet and just put it in the machine.
Feeds it in.
What's your feeling about AI in general?
Can't run away from it. Got to embrace it.
It's scary though.
No, it's not.
Isn't it?
No. They said the same thing about automobiles.
Yeah.
They said the same thing about VCRs.
Yeah.
They said the same thing about dildos.
Let's talk about designing a legacy. Let's talk about designing a legacy. It starts at 7:30 this Sunday on the ABC. Tell us what we can expect.
It's a very beautiful series where I look at amazing stories of Australian architecture. And so I went around the country and I looked at housing and I looked at schools, and somehow we don't embrace our architecture enough. We don't tell the stories about what they mean to us and how great architecture can affect us on a daily basis.
Can I tell you though, not everybody has such a deep and sooky connection with bricks and mortar and the concept of home and houses. I'm finding that the more I try and talk to people about my love of it and what it means to me, they're just like, what are you talking about? It's just somewhere to live. I don't notice. I've never noticed that house.
Yeah, and I think that's part of what I love what I do, which is because you connect people to stories about us as Australians, to our architecture and our heritage, and also increasingly what's really important for me, which we do a lot with this TV show, is about saying that our buildings, particularly say our colonial buildings, have got another story to tell.
Yeah.
And there's some of that story can be a dark
Oh
story.
God,
but-
I can't wait. I'm going to make a double bag Earl Grey tea. I'm a double bagger.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
And
And with Manuka honey,
But
I have.
you know, it's like 7:30 on a Sunday night. This is a big slot for old Ross.
It's the Disney movie
yeah,
time.
it's like 60-minute slot.
Yes,
There's a lot
this
of
is a
pressure. So much pressure.
So true. Well, we'll all be tuning in, Designing a Legacy, 7:30 p.m. this Sunday. 2 more sleeps, Rosso, on the ABC. He is the most stylish man that we have in this country. Thank you so much for coming
Oh,
in.
so good to see you. Thank
I
you.
love you. Bye.
Love you too.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Steven Sanchez's single Only Girl is out now. Catch him live in concert this June.
What's up, y'all? This is Steven Sanchez.
Steven Sanchez, live in Novus Red Room.
I was surprised to hear his voice sounds like that. I expected him to sound like an old-time ventriloquist doll.
I know what you mean.
Like, his songs are so old-fashioned.
He seems like he should be like a relic.
Yes.
From Ballarat.
Yes, yes. Or like that, you know, that movie where the museum comes alive. Not at the museum.
Not at the museum.
Yeah. But he's not. He's just a very normal,
Cool dude.
modern, cool dude, and he is live in Nova's Red Room. We are the only place where you can get an invitation to that gig. And Ali, it's you today.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Thank you so much.
It's so
That's so
exciting. I know, you just
Oh my
get, it's
God.
so nice to just get dressed up and go somewhere and see some live music.
I know, definitely. Finally, that we can do all that now. So excited.
Yeah, it's so good. Keep your eyes peeled for me and Jack making out in a corner.
Wow, I've jumped to the other side.
I'm joking.
Hey, Ali, just to make things better as well, we're going to hook you up with a room at the Overlow in Woolloomooloo too.
Oh, wow. That sounds amazing. My husband and I would love that.
Yes.
Yeah, you
just really
Getting it on.
destroy that room. Get in there, Ali. We will
Definitely.
see
need to get
you
away
there.
from the kids.
Oh, spot on. Just move in for 2 years. We will see you at the gig. Steven Sanchez live in Nova's Red Room. Put on your best dress, Ali. We'll see you there.
Thank you.
And check out all of their hotels at overlowhotels.com.
Now, there is something that I've been wanting to talk to you about for ages, Jack. There was this, is it called a meme? Someone famous called it a meme.
Meme.
What's a meme? What's a meme? But it's somebody's status that they have posted that just says this: there is no one I have less in common. There is no one I have less in common with than the me that wrote my Facebook statuses in 2008. And I sent it to you weeks ago and I said, this has got you written all over
Oh,
it.
this hit's different for me.
Oh, absolutely. And for me too. I want to tell you something that I remembered from Facebook because I left the evil village of Facebook many, many years ago and I've never looked back. I whistled out of town and I have never looked back and I don't regret it for a second.
I need to
right?
join you there. I need to do that.
You honestly, you just disable it and then you never go back. Oh, it's been 10 years, I reckon, since
Because
I've
I've got
been on.
this thing of like, oh, I'll miss out on event invites. Oh, I'll miss out on this. It's like no one does that anymore.
No.
And they can text me.
And if what is meant for you will never pass you by, Jack.
I'm going to do it today.
I really recommend it
Yeah.
because it's just turned into an absolute cesspit. But back in 2008, it was quite lovely. And do you remember, I don't know what it's like now, but I knew back then, your status update started with your name, Chrissy Swan, and then a
Yeah,
blank. Is it still like that?
No, I don't think so, but I think I do remember that time.
Well, did you know that I would craft sentences around that, like speaking in the third person, like,
No.
yes, my status would be Chrissy Swan has made a wonderful focaccia, or Chrissy Swan has a beautiful baby.
That is so you.
I know. I would take, and I remembered it because I must have seen it recently, and I've gone, oh my God, I remember doing that, making it into a sentence.
Did no one tell you?
Obviously not.
People just were like, oh, poor
Maybe
Chrissy.
other people were doing it too.
Maybe.
Have you done a deep dive into
Yes.
because yours is still active,
Mine's
so you can look.
still active. And I was like, so I would have been around 2009. I was like 12, 13 when I was posting these. And I was an angry year 7, year 8 kid. And I used to just mouth off on Facebook every night.
This is so
So
funny.
here's one from May 28, 2009.
Okay, 2009. How old are you again?
I reckon
12,
12.
13.
All caps. Met Ringo off Neighbours! Exclamation mark.
You didn't even put a space between.
No,
And you spelt off wrong.
I know.
So what you've actually written is Met Ringolf neighbours.
This one is really bad.
Who's Ringo anyway?
He was a great character on
Oh, was
Neighbours.
he?
I
Okay,
stand
good,
by it.
sorry.
This
Was
one.
he related to Toadfish? Yep.
I think so.
I would say so.
June 3, 2010, so I was 13.
Yeah.
Just saw that What Do You Want From Me that Adam Lambert sings is what Pink sings and was meant to be on the Funhouse CD, but she gave it to him. She sings it way better.
Thank God you weren't older when your obsession with Pink
I know.
was in full, because you would have tattoos and stuff for sure.
No, surely not.
You would.
And that Jack is so different to Jack today. Like, Jack today would never go to a Pink concert.
As the original screenshot I sent you says, I mean, there is nothing truer than this. There is no one I have less in common with than the me that wrote my Facebook statuses in
true.
2008. 100%.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Welcome to the second hour of the Chrissy Swan Show. It's Friday, fun day, ahead of the weekend. Love weekends. What have you got on, Jackie?
I am having dinner with our mate Sam Payne tomorrow night.
Nice, beautiful.
And that's about it. Having a chill one aside from that. What about you?
I've got my daughter's first Holy Communion on Sunday.
Ooh.
I know, and me, the unmarried, out of wedlock child bearer, I'm just going to be... I'm just going to turn to ashes on the stairs of the church, breaking my daughter's heart.
Imagine if you and I walked into a church together. It'd just go...
I know. There'd be a huge earthquake and we would slip into a crack in the ground. Anyway, that's what I'm doing on Sunday.
Fun.
Hopefully that goes well.
Chrissy's Quizzy.
This is the only place you can win the limited edition Money Can't Buy bum bag, nor would it want to.
I was going to say, because no one else wants to give them away.
They're actually very snazzy. They're a light marl grey with the red print on it of the Chrissy Swan Show, and they are a must-have accessory.
We won't delve into the structural integrity of the product, but
No,
that's all right.
particularly the zip, but anyway.
Whatever.
Jody and Imogen, you are the two chosen ones today. You feeling good?
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, good girls. Look, I wish that you could both win, but you can't. This is how it works. Your name is your buzzer. It's the best of 5, meaning the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the game, and we'll walk away with aforementioned bum bag. Let's get cracking. Are you ready?
Yep. Go.
Go.
They're in unison.
Question number 1. It was revealed recently that a particular Sex and the City character will be returning for the second season of the show's reboot, and just like that...
Jody.
Yes, Jody.
Kim Cattrall.
Yes.
Jody.
Yes, she plays Samantha. Do you reckon she's the best character of those 4?
Oh, yeah, I reckon she is.
I reckon she is too, Jodes. All right, question number 2. What does AFL stand for?
Imogen.
Yes, Imogen?
Is it age, sex, location?
Oh, no. It's hard to hear. A-F for Freddie, L. I'm going to say yes.
I'm going to pay it.
Yeah, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes, because if you thought ASL, yeah, that's right. It was actually AFL, Australian Football League, but you thought it was
ASL's
ASL?
correct too. Was that
Yeah.
just confirming that was Imogen?
Yes, that was
Yeah.
Imogen.
All right, 1 point each.
Question number 3. Today is National Donut Day. Just name a donut franchise.
Jodie. Imogen.
Yes, Jody.
Donut King.
Yes.
Correct.
Ben Affleck's favourite.
2 points to Jody, 1 to Imogen. Jody, this next question is for the win. But Imogen, come on, you just got to get in there a bit quicker with your name.
You're so gorgeous,
Yeah.
both of you. Question number 4. The memoir Spare belongs to who?
Imogen.
Jody.
Jody?
Prince Harry.
Yes,
Correct.
you are correct. You've won the bum bag, Jody.
Someone just choke.
Oh my God, are you okay? Do I need to call Triple O?
All good.
Jody, you're adorable. I can't wait to play that back, that exact moment where I really should have been able to reach through the radio and give you the Heimlich manoeuvre. But Imogen, you were so gorgeous and such a worthy adversary. I'm going to throw in a Priceline Pharmacy voucher for you both as well.
Yeah, let's
all
give
right?
them
You've got-
both one.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Chrissy nearly just fell off her
I just nearly
chair.
fell off my chair too. Ambulances all round. Have a great weekend, girls. Such a thrill to talk to you.
Thank you, Jodie.
So sweet. Love you too.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Now, I've got a little ethical dilemma to run past you. And I don't know why, out of all the people in the world, I ask you when you're so utterly morally bankrupt. But anyway, I do it, and I will continue to do it because you're one of my closest friends. So do you remember the way that my mind works? I think it's very fair if I'm out walking on a Tuesday and I buy a coffee and don't.
Not this again.
And don't, I'm just recapping.
Yeah.
So go with me. On a Tuesday, I'm out walking and I stop in and I get a coffee and then I keep walking. On the Thursday, if I'm walking past that same cafe and I need to go to the toilet but I don't need a coffee, I should be able to use that toilet because I have bought a coffee there 2 days earlier but I didn't use the toilet and it's only for customers. And I am a customer but not on that day.
And I explained to you that unfortunately, that is not how the world works.
I think
That's
it
not
is.
how life works. No, but it's not because that's why it doesn't happen all the time.
Well, it should be.
And we came to the agreement that
Oh, we'll use that term.
me and the
very-
listeners, because we took calls on it,
right.
the listeners and I came to the agreement that that's just not how it works. Even in an ideal world, I appreciate that's how you'd want it to
That's
work.
not how I remember it going. I remember that there was an overwhelming landslide of support for me.
But people got that it's not what you do.
I don't think so. But I've got another example. So
Give it to me.
at the supermarket, when you walk in, often the first area that you've got to walk past is the fruit and veg.
Yeah.
And there is always a basket at both Woolies and Coles of free fruit for kids. And it says that sign, free fruit for kids.
I know exactly what you're talking
And
about.
there's often, and it's not junk. It's not like the off cuts.
No, it's like a fresh Cavendish banana,
Beautiful bananas.
pink ladies.
Apples, absolutely. Mandarins if they're in season, beautiful. A cornucopia, if you will.
Yeah.
I always take one, but I am not a kid. But the way I see it is this. My kids don't go to the supermarket. If my kids
I love how you managed to justify everything.
if my kids did go to the supermarket, they would gladly take a couple. I've got 3 kids. They would take 3 bananas,
So
maybe
I mean,
6.
You're doing the supermarket a favour.
I am.
Because you're only taking 1, whereas you could be bringing your children and they could be taking 3.
That's right.
So you're in the right. That in your head.
Well, yes. The only catch is that it specifically says free fruit for kids. And I am not a kid. But if I did bring my kids, I would have a kid to give it to.
Now, in a weird turn of events,
Yeah.
I walk past my fruit bowl at my local Woolies. It's actually on the outside of where you walk out of self-serve. So it's before you hit the door. So I always see it on my exit. And I always look at it. And I always
Why
go,
is it there?
I don't know. It's a smaller Woolies. It's like a local, like a whatever
one of
they
the
call it.
fancy ones, the bougie ones.
Yeah, so there's not as much room.
But like homemade fresh pasta.
A Metro, I believe it's
Yes,
called.
a Metro. Yes.
So I always walk past and I think, I'm walking home. I could really go a banana. But I'm like, no, Jack, they're for kids. So I can't believe that in this studio, usually I would be the ones that is absolutely taking it. I don't.
And excuse me, you are a child. You are allowed to. You are a child.
What? At 26?
Yes.
Okay, great.
You absolutely
Oh, well,
count.
if you've endorsed it, I'll start doing it.
Absolutely, you can take one. Because if you can, I can.
The Chrissy Swan Show. Chrissy's Clickbait.
I've been dying to talk to you about this. What do you think? First of all, what do you think of The Office as a series?
I've never watched it. I know.
What?
And I need to because do you know how often references about The Office are made? Oh my God, your face.
Believe it.
I know, because I think I'd love it, because sometimes I would be, our friend Brody, I'll speak to Brody and be like, oh, this happened out here, this person said this. He's like, it's like an episode of The Office.
Absolutely. You must watch it. And I'm going to say
The UK, because there's 2 versions, right?
there's a UK version with Ricky Gervais as David Brent.
Yep.
And then there's a US version with Steve Carell as the boss. And
No.
people love that version.
I'll go Ricky.
But I saw the UK version first and it is perfect.
I'll go Ricky. I'll watch
It
the
is
UK
my
version.
favourite series ever.
How many seasons are there?
I reckon there's only 3 and maybe a
Great.
Christmas special. Would that be right, Annie? Can you hear me? Maybe 3. No, she can't hear me. I think there's about 3 seasons. It's not much. It's so funny. You can't believe it. And I'll tell you off air another reason why you must watch
Okay,
it.
I can't
Anyway,
wait
there's going to be an Australian version. And the David Brent character, the boss, about which every storyline revolves.
Yeah.
Is set to be played by Australian comedian Felicity Ward. Now,
Wow.
she's excellent.
She is.
She's a wonderful actress as well as a brilliant stand-up comedian. But of course, people are losing their minds because it's an Australian production and the boss that we're all used to being male is female.
I think that's great. My only worry about it is in case we butcher it.
Yes,
You know what I mean? I think it's great. Felicity was hilarious, and I think it's fun to mix it up and throw a female in. But I just hope it's so hard because it's just all it's going to do is be compared to the UK and the US version.
I know. It's very big shoes to fill.
No diss on free-to-air networks, but the fact it's on Amazon Prime or Prime Video gives me some hope that maybe they've got a bit more cash.
Absolutely. And Gervais has said, I'm very excited about Australia remaking My Little Show from the turn of the century. Office politics have changed a bit in 20 years, so I can't wait to see how they navigate a modern-day David Brent. Wonderful.
Tick of approval.
Now, you and I are so excited for the 20th of July because that's when the Barbie film comes out. We should go together.
We really need to work something out with this show and the Barbie
I would
film.
love to do like a screening.
Yeah, we should try and talk. Let's have a meeting about that.
Amazing. And we can catch a pink camper van to it.
Oh, yeah. Let's really gay it up.
Yeah, or I could like ride in on a Palomino horse. Ryan Gosling has fired back at Barbie critics who say he's too old to play Ken.
No, he's not.
The whole point of Barbie and Ken is that they're ageless and timeless.
Right.
I mean, sometimes, in your imagination, they're very old. Sometimes they're very young. That's the point. He says, I would say, if people don't want to play with my Ken, there are many other Kens to play with. That was to GQ in a recent interview.
Care.
No, he couldn't.
He got his check.
Of course he did. And what an excuse to get ripped.
Right.
Didn't need to be asked twice to do that.
Herbert Adams pies are the gourmet for the everyday. Find them from the supermarket freezer aisle or at your local service station.
Wait a minute.
Chrissy Swans.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Is this the very last day we're going to be drooling over these Herbert Adams pies?
No, it is back next week.
Yes.
More pies, more cash.
Annie, please, with respect, can you please put in a call and get us some goddamn pies? I've got my spoon ready. I will eat one every time we give away cash.
Same. I'd eat 2 every time.
Yes, I'd eat 3.
I'd eat 4.
Let's see. And then I'll eat 5 and we keep on going until we die.
Okay, great.
We are going to speak to somebody, but I can't remember their name.
Karen joins us this
Karen!
afternoon for the Friday. Hi, Karen.
Hello.
Hey, Karen, has it been hard being called Karen in the last 3 or 4 years?
Oh, it's been the worst.
Would you consider changing it?
I have actually. It's quite. Yeah, it can be quite depressing. Really, you can't have an opinion anywhere anymore because you're living up to your name apparently.
Oh my God!
I feel sad.
That's so bad. What name would you choose though? My daughter asks me all the time. She's like, "You've got a stripper's name. You can change it to anything you want now. What are you doing?" What would you choose? What would you choose, Karen?
Funny, my sister's name's Chrissy actually. So yeah. I don't know. I probably maybe just go with my middle name, Marie.
Okay, Marie. I'm going to call you Marie for this entire segment.
No, I'm
all
proud of my name.
Oh, okay, great. All right. Karen it is then. Karen it is. All right, this is how it works. I've got $500 cash to give away thanks to the gorgeous people at Herbert Adams. But for each incorrect guess you make, I'm going to take away $100. After I read out each clue, you got 5 seconds. Fairly flexible on that, my love.
No, we're not.
Gosh, he's brutal. All right, here.
He's so mean.
I know, he is mean, isn't he?
I'm not mean, Karen.
He's such a Karen.
That's insulting to Karen.
All right, let's go. Clue number 1. My daughter appeared on Celebrity MasterChef Australia with me. Oh, I'm confused.
You've got to say with Chrissy Swan.
With Chrissy Swan.
Okay.
Karen, did you watch me on MasterChef? It's okay if you didn't because I was on for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I did, and I've got a feeling you're referring to Margaret Fulton.
No.
All right. Clue number 2. We're down to $400 cash, Karen.
Oh, okay.
I am known for my potty mouth. I swear a lot.
Swears a lot, and their daughter was on Celebrity MasterChef.
Something to do with food. I mean, Margaret Fulton had a terrible potty mouth when she was alive, but
Gordon
no.
Ramsay.
Yes! Yes, that is $400 cash for you, Karen.
Oh, God.
I know.
I was so scared. I was so nervous. I thought, and oh my God, I watch it religiously. So I was thinking, don't let me fall on my sword.
I know, and I'll put you out of your misery. Was Tilly Ramsey? Remember his beautiful daughter did the show, and she was like 11 years old, and she almost won.
Oh, I just kept thinking of Louise Fulton Keats for some reason. I was like, oh, daughter cooks, you know.
Oh God, you know your cooking stuff, don't you?
Yeah, I do. That's why I was so like, oh no, don't let me fall on my sword.
Oh, I love it. Well, you definitely got it. It's $400 thanks to the gorgeous people at Herbert Adams. You have a beautiful weekend, Karen.
Thank you so much, guys.
Bye,
have a
Karen.
good day.
You
All
too.
right, so we are out of here. Have a beautiful weekend. I'll let you know if I'm just struck to ashes on the steps of the church going in to see my daughter.
Send me a
become
selfie
holy.
before it all blows up.
I will. And if not, just me with all just burnt cinders, a pile.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right?
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.